You know how many celebrities went to Diddy's house? Thinking they was finna dance?
No.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach.
To be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and nigga, come here. Is that two niggas kissing?
Katt Williams recently talked about what Terrence Howard said about Diddy. Katt is telling everyone the real reason why Hollywood made Terrence be quiet. On the PBD podcast, Terrence shared some big news about famous people who had to give up their man card to become stars. It's interesting because Katt Williams was talking about the same bad things in Hollywood years ago. Back then, people thought Katt was just being silly. Now, it seems like Katt and Terrence might work together to tell more secrets about the entertainment world. Are these two really going to team up to talk more about celebrities who lost their man card at Diddy's parties?
How does that feel? You a grown-ass man. You gotta leave Diddy's party like that. You can't even sit down in the car. You gotta drive all the way home, standing up.
Terrence Howard was just on the PBD podcast where he shared some shocking news. He talked about many famous people who went to Diddy's parties. According to Terrence, these celebrities did things they shouldn't have done just to become successful in Hollywood. Terrence said these stars gave up their man card at these parties. This means they may have done things that went against their values or dignity just to get ahead in their careers.
But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through.
Terrence seemed to be hinting that if you've spotted certain stars partying with Diddy in the past, they might be the exact people who gave up their man card to advance their careers. This made his claims even more specific and shocking because now people are looking back at all those celebrity photos with Diddy and wondering who Terrence might be referring to.
It was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
He said Diddy actually tried to get romantic with him. According to Terrence, Diddy first came to him with a fake reason, saying he needed help with acting. Later, Diddy pretended he liked Terrence's music. Terrence's assistant warned him about what Diddy really wanted. When Terrence found out Diddy's true plans, he quickly stopped talking to him completely.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication.
Diddy wasn't the only one who tried something with him. Other producers also approached Terrence with strange offers that made him uncomfortable. Terrence stood his ground and said no to all these bad situations. He didn't let anyone pressure him into doing things he didn't want to do. He quickly stopped these people when they tried to make inappropriate suggestions. But standing up for himself came with a price. Terrence admitted that because he wouldn't play along with these games, he lost some big chances in Hollywood.
For producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room.
Social media exploded after Terrence's interview went viral. People couldn't believe a big Hollywood star finally said out loud, "Diddy tried to smash." This was huge news because no other major actor had ever been so direct about Diddy's behavior. But here's the interesting part. Terrence wasn't actually the first person to speak up about this. Katt Williams tried to warn everyone about Diddy years ago, but nobody paid attention to him back then. Katt even shared a personal story with Fat Joe about how Diddy once invited him to dinner. Katt had to turn Diddy down because he felt uncomfortable about the situation. This happened way before all these recent stories came out. When Katt tried to talk about these things in the past, many people just laughed or didn't take him seriously.
I owe you a dinner, man. I obviously can't afford to get
I'm
anything
gonna tell you,
else.
like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. I'll do no dinner.
Last year, Katt Williams took his story to another level during his big interview on Club Shay. This interview got millions of views online, and Katt shared even more details about his experiences with Diddy. In this popular talk, Katt claimed that Diddy didn't just ask him out once, he tried multiple times. Katt said he had to keep telling Diddy no on several different occasions.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say I'm so free.
Katt Williams is now really supporting Terrence Howard since they both had similar experiences with Diddy. Both men say they had to tell Diddy no when he made advances toward them. There are exciting rumors that Katt and Terrence might start a podcast together. They could share all their Hollywood stories and secrets. Nothing is confirmed yet, but fans are already super excited about this possibility. One fan wrote on X, "Will someone please put Terrence Howard and Katt Williams together in a room? If they could manage a podcast together, it would instantly become the most interesting and outrageous media property ever created." Another person commented, "Got to love Terrence Howard and Katt Williams also. He's of the same mindset." This person makes a good point because both Katt and Terrence seem to agree about what they call an agenda in entertainment that tries to make black men appear less masculine. Katt has often talked about how black male actors are supposedly forced to wear dresses before they can become really famous. Sources now say Terrence Howard might have been kept out of certain Hollywood projects because he refused to wear the dress. This idea about Hollywood pushing black men to appear more feminine isn't new. Many black comedians and actors have talked about this issue. Eddie Griffin was one of the first to criticize Hollywood for making black actors wear dresses on screen. He brought attention to this in his 1999 comedy movie, Foolish. In Foolish, Eddie plays Miles Foolish Ways, a new comedian trying to succeed in Hollywood. There's a memorable scene where studio executives try to convince his character to wear a dress for a role, telling him all the biggest stars have already done it.
So what do you think? It's never been done before. 3 lovable drag queens driving cross-country, helping Middle America solve its problems.
Y'all want me to wear a dress?
Foolish, this isn't a throwaway role. You'll be carrying the emotional energy of the movie.
Man, it's not that I don't appreciate the offer, because I do, but there's a lot of money involved.
We're talking a major motion picture here, Foolish.
I don't know, man.
Harrison.
That's Harrison. So I guess that's me.
Yep. That's it. Yeah. Love it.
I ain't feeling that, man. Can I say something that every actor probably want to say to a couple of gentlemen like yourselves?
Sure. Anything you want to say.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Kiss my black.
Dave Chappelle took this conversation even further in 2006 when he appeared on Oprah's show. He shared a surprising story that sounded exactly like the scene from Eddie Griffin's movie Foolish. According to Dave, he was actually pressured to wear a dress for a movie role where he would be working with Martin Lawrence. The way Dave described the situation to Oprah was almost identical to what Eddie Griffin had shown in his movie years earlier. This was a big deal because Dave Chappelle is known for speaking his mind and not following Hollywood rules.
I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it.
When people asked Kevin Hart about Dave Chappelle's story, Kevin had a completely different reaction. He simply shrugged it off. Kevin said that nothing like what Dave described ever happened to him in his career. He didn't seem concerned about these claims of pressure to wear dresses in Hollywood. This created an interesting split between celebrities on this topic. Some stars like Dave Chappelle, Eddie Griffin, and now apparently Terrence Howard and Katt Williams all seem to share similar stories about Hollywood's alleged agenda. But others like Kevin Hart say they never experienced anything like this.
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
After Kevin Hart said he never experienced pressure to wear a dress, something interesting happened. Just a few years later, Kevin appeared in a Saturday Night Live sketch wearing a dress. Some people noticed that after this SNL dress moment, Kevin's career suddenly took off in a big way. His fame and success grew much faster than before. Katt Williams added another layer to this conversation. He claimed that the dress situation in Hollywood is actually connected to whether celebrities choose to work with what he calls the Illuminati. Katt suggested that wearing dresses might be part of some kind of secret agreement with powerful forces in the entertainment industry.
So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's House 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next. Okay. Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Back in the day, many people didn't believe Katt when he talked about these things. They thought he was just making up crazy stories. But now, things have changed. More people are starting to think Katt might have been telling the truth all along. This change happened after Katt spoke about it again last year. He talked about it during his interview at Club Shay. Katt told everyone something surprising. He said Martin Lawrence wanted him to wear a dress for the movie Big Mama's House. Katt said no to this offer. After Katt said no, Brandon T. Jackson got the part instead. Now more folks are wondering if what Katt has been saying all this time might actually be true.
He tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop. I said, Martin, you got my mother word. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House 2. I almost died. And I gotta read this script in front of all these good white people. Where this want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive.
Let's talk about Terrence Howard now. News stories say he was kept out of Hollywood mainly because of the dress issue. When people asked if he got kicked off Iron Man 2 because he was angry or hard to work with, Terrence said that wasn't true at all. He made it very clear he wouldn't let Hollywood bosses tell a black man how to look on screen. Terrence thinks black actors are being pushed to act more feminine if they want to be successful. He said something his father taught him. My daddy taught me never take the vertebrae out of your back or the base out of your throat. I ain't raising sheep. I raised men. Stay a man. Everything is androgynous. You know the more successful men now are the effeminate. In another talk recently, Terrence spoke even more strongly about this. He believes Hollywood has a problem with strong black men. He pointed out that only white men can be both powerful and not scary at the same time. With the new formula, most men are made to be effeminate and not have their power or sense of strength, Terrence said. They allow white men to be able to be strong, but when it's black men, it's seen as a threat. He also said, I don't want to remove a few chromosomes to fit in someone's story. So I feel they need to expand their stories to allow men to be men and simultaneously appreciate a woman's beauty. They say these two should talk about more important things than actors wearing dresses. But many fans are cheering them on for showing the hidden side of Hollywood. These fans hope Terrence and Katt will team up and share even more secrets about the entertainment world. What do you think about all this? Do you believe Katt and Terrence are just trying to get attention? Or are they bravely telling truths that other famous people are too afraid to mention? Share your thoughts below and be sure to watch the next video.